Hi guys, my name's Lori. Carly had asked me a couple months ago, maybe 2 months ago, to talk about my testimony and to share my story so that everybody could see where I was and where I am. So I'm super nervous right now and I might cry a little, but that's nothing new because I cry a lot. Let me just say this. I started using heroin at age 20. I am now 43 years old. I spent about 20 years destroying my life and the lives of people around me. I knew Jesus as a child. You can't really do the two at the same time. It doesn't work out. By the grace of God, on June 29th of 2016, I wound up in Ocean County Jail for 8 months. When I tell you I thought my life was ending, I thought my life was ending. What I didn't realize is that my life was beginning at 41 years old. I always believe God puts people in your life for a reason. Somehow I wound up sharing a cell with a young black woman, completely opposite of me. She was in her 20s, she was a drug dealer, I was a drug addict, we had nothing in common. But there was something that sat up out of our beds, and it was Jeremiah 29:11. And I'm not really good with quoting the Bible, but it's something along the lines of, I have plans for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you a future. Every night I looked at this. We started talking and I started going to this group. There was a prison ministry that came in, wonderful women who I'm still friends with today, and my life started to change. I knew I wanted a life. I knew I didn't want to be a drug addict anymore. I knew I didn't want to sit in jail for 8 months and not change. I had the opportunity to change because of this group that came in and because I wanted it. I wanted to live, not just exist. This is what I did basically of all my 20s and 30s. So I started changing. Time went by. I no longer had the obsession to use. Power of prayer, by the way. I got up every morning and prayed one prayer. Please lift the obsession to use drugs from my life. And one day it happened, and it did. Long story short, I sat there for 8 months, had many opportunities to use drugs in jail. Contrary to popular belief, they come in. I did not. I changed my life. I got out of jail, went to a church where I loved everybody, but I wasn't really comfortable, and this is how I found Wellspring. I had heard about it. One day, there was a Bayside and Wellspring were giving a barbecue in July. And I saw it on Facebook and I was like, I can't just show up, I don't know anybody. And the reason I'm sharing with you is, I went to church the next day and I never left. That was in July, it's now December. So if anybody out there thinks they aren't welcome or scared to show up somewhere, trust and believe the people you will meet here. You can go and show up to any of our events and be completely welcome. I want to end with this. I'm trying to be short because I want everybody to be captivated by this. I see my life like this. I love good analogies. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is, yes, going to heaven, but I get to live in the rainbow right now. My life is changed because of Jesus and knowing Jesus. And I want to shout it from the rooftops. I share it with everyone. I'm that girl who gives the cards out constantly. I want to go back into the jail and show women you can have a life. The life that I have now, not always perfect, but beyond anything I thought possible. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love my church family. I love my life. Thank you for listening. God bless. Merry Christmas.